Hi, I'm Aaron and I'm here to talk to you about sound checks, so let's dive in. Sound checks are vital for setting up not only a good sound, but a good atmosphere and environment for worship. Before you do your sound check, the sound engineer or sound tech should do a line check, just to make sure that everything's working properly. So go through every line, every instrument, every vocalist, every mic, and just make sure that everything is working correctly and it's getting from the source to the system, to the speakers or PA. Once you're done with your line check, you know that everything's working, and the band arrives, make sure that somebody announces, whoever's in charge announces, it's time for a sound check. And at that point on, everybody should give their full attention to the sound engineer. Now, different techs do sound checks differently. The way that we like to do it is we go instrument by instrument, channel by channel, start with maybe the kick drum and set the level for your gain structure on the mixer, set the level for the house system, how it sounds over the speakers, and then set the level for everybody's mix. As the sound tech calls out different instruments, make sure that you're paying attention and that you're ready to play when they say, all right, we need keys. If you're not actively playing, then you should be actively listening to how everything else sounds, how it sounds in your mix, how the different instruments sound, and just to listen to who you're playing with. When it's your time to play, make sure that you're playing full volume. Give them something loud. Make sure that you're playing something consistent. Be basic. It's not a time to show off, but it's just a time to get that full, rich, good level. Now, we do sound checks a little bit different if you have wedges or stage monitors, or if you have in-ear monitors. If you have wedges, as the sound tech is going channel by channel and listening to every instrument, they're setting the gain, the house level, and then we like to set the mix for the wedges right then. So the musicians will have them hold up a hand if they need more, less, or if the level is okay. Make sure that more is this rather than this, because this could mean I'm good, everything's good, more, less, and that's good right there. Make your best guess as to what you need. If you're a bassist, you probably know that you need more kick than most people, and try to get a good feel of how the stage will sound. You can always go back and make changes later. Once you've gone through every line and channel to make sure that the levels are set, have the band run through a verse and a chorus of a song, something that they're familiar with. And this isn't to start rehearsing, but this is to continue to get a good mix. So make sure that you're listening to your mix and you'll know what to say to the sound tech when you're done. Make sure that you stop after a chorus. You don't need to do the whole song, because after a verse and a chorus, you should know about what changes need to be made. Do the verse, do the chorus, stop it there, make adjustments, and just go one by one, raise your hand, tell the sound tech what you need. As the sound tech, you should be listening. So bring headphones, listen to every mix as you go, and make sure that everything sounds about right. Now, when you're done with this, you can continue to make changes, and I suggest that you do. If your band is using in-ear monitors, I as a sound tech like to do a lot of prep work for that. I'm gonna go through and set everybody at a general mix, make sure that everything is nice and balanced. And I'm gonna check every single channel to make sure that nothing is turned up really hot, nothing's too low. Just make sure that everybody has a little bit of everything, something like what a house mix would be. And again, make some good guesses. Vocalists probably want a little bit more of the keyboard or acoustic guitar in their mix. And I'm also going to go through and pan everything. If you're running stereo on your in-ear mixes, it's very helpful to pan things. For instance, if you have a couple of vocalists, being able to place them left, right, and center allows the musicians to be able to pick out the stereo field a little bit better and identify different musicians that they're playing with. So do everything with panning, do everything with setting your levels, and double check your work. Make sure that you're really thorough, because if something is turned up on a channel that you didn't think you were going to use, but you end up using it, it could be really damaging to people's ears if it gets through really loudly. So make sure that you're really thorough doing your prep work on in-ear monitors, and that'll make your sound checks a breeze to go through. Once you've finished that, hand the leadership back off to the band and they can start rehearsal. As the sound tech, be sure that you're still listening to the mixes as they go, just to make sure that everything's sounding good. You want them to have the best mix they can, because then they'll give you the best sound that they can. As you're going, band, don't be afraid to ask for changes. Be willing to turn things down maybe if you need to. If some things are too loud, don't be afraid to ask for that. Overall, remember that the sound tech is a performer as well, and they have the ultimate responsibility for how the artist sounds to the audience. So be kind to them, give them the time that they need to do a good sound check. All right, that's all I've got for you. Go and have a good sound check.